Latest update on Hurricane Irma, which is still a Category 3 storm with winds of 125 miles an hour and a pressure of 933 millibars, although Force 13's analysis indicates it as a minimal Category 4. Not really much difference between the two, to be honest. 23.3 degrees north, 80.4 degrees west. There's a hurricane warning in effect, and the storm surge and hurricane warnings have been extended in the last 6 hours. The storm is expected to move towards the northwest and pass through the Keys during tomorrow, probably as a Category 4 storm, before impacting the western coast of Florida, where hurricane chances are now nearly guaranteed as far north as Fort Myers. And even further north than there is a higher than half chance of hurricane force winds as far as Gainesville, for instance. It's currently 54 miles east-northeast of Cardenas, Cuba, 120 miles east of Havana, and 107 miles southeast of Marathon, so it's not too far from closing in the last 100 miles before reaching the Florida Keys. Stage 7 on the CDPS scale still could cause catastrophic damages near the center of the storm despite its category. Over the next few days, you'll expect to see those chances of hurricane force conditions on the right-hand side of the screen. Hurricane warnings for Fernandina Beach to Indian Pass and all points in between, and for several parts of Cuba as well. Hurricane watches extend as far as Edisto Beach and Indian Pass. So you can see Panama City at 3%, that's gone down, St. Mark's at 29%, and Fort Myers there, 89% chance of hurricane force conditions, 86% in Tampa. This is serious, and storm surge warnings are in effect for all of those areas as well. Storm surge could reach 10 feet in some locations, and possibly even more than that. Over the next few days, this is what will happen. The storm's track will take it towards the northwest, which is slowly moving in that direction now, and it will probably graze the western coast, maybe a landfall area near Fort Myers, and then through up further north past Tampa and beyond. By then it will probably be Category 1 or 2. Looking at sea surface temperatures right now, they're still very warm and will remain warm all the way along the rest of its track. Jose is still out there, by the way, Category 4, 145 mile an hour winds, and it's just moving north of the Leeward Islands now. Looking at wind shear, it's fairly low around where Irma is right now. It will rise when it moves north into Florida, but it will be moving quickly, so it won't weaken initially too quickly. And then Jose over there on the right hand side in a small thin pocket of low wind shear. Looking at the latest satellite imagery, you can see how the storm has been really hugging the coast of Cuba and is slowly but surely lifting off the coast there, still moving in a west-northwest direction, hasn't really made that northwest turn, but that is expected in the next few hours. It's now something like 20 miles off the coast of Cuba and is slowly but surely getting further and further away. We don't know the full extent of its wind speeds right now because the recon planes are only investigating the northern half of the storm because they could not fly over Cuba. More soon. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.co.uk, at your service at any time with its tracker. You can also find us on YouTube, search Force 13 if you're not there already, subscribe if you haven't. You can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter, search Force 13 all in text to find us on there. You can also add Fool13 on Skype, that's FOOL13, and add extension 9094 on Discord for tropical weather chat.